Okay. Hello and welcome to the Earth Reverence Healing Circle for today. It is the 21st of January 2022. A lovely sunny day on the horizon here in Melbourne. I'm Ursula Faye from lightworkersupport.com, and I'm here on behalf of 1 Million Meditators as an ambassador here from Melbourne. So welcome in, whether you're viewing live with me today or whether you're on the video recording at another time. All good. If you're here on Instagram, I'm using a glitter filter today because why not? A little bit of fun, brighten the morning up a bit. So let's get to it. As usual, we're just here to send a bit of love and assistance to the planet. It's a huge state of growth and change and flux at the moment, so we're doing what we can to assist with that. I'm going to go through and see what needs, clear out what needs clearing, enhance what needs enhancing, offers, and my job obviously is channeling through as much energy and frequencies of light as is needed and is helpful at the moment. The planet can use to help us all. So why don't we get into a bit of a meditative state? You can use the time yourself to bring through your own intentions. Just send love to the planet. It's always appreciated, and I will do my thing. So just taking a breath and landing in your body, generally coming down out of your head and out of your thoughts and into your heart, making sure all of your energy bodies are aligned, centered, making sure you're grounded and connected deep into the heart of the earth, feeling Lady Gaia's energy rising up and holding us. And as we move through the crown, to anchor deeply into the heart of source energy as well. Being within this channel is a pretty cool place to be, to do this work. And then once again, feeling very present, using the breath, moving in and out, feeling the light entering, expanding our heart space out, and moving into the imaginal space, rising up and viewing the earth far below us. We can send all of our beautiful loving intentions and energy that way. Tuning in to see what's needed within the collective nervous system of the planet today, assisting with creating more capacity, more expansiveness, more ability to sit within discernment. There's been some rather reactive spaces around just lately, a lot of things shifting around. I guess it's a bit like going into a pond and stirring up all the muck from the bottom. It gets a little cloudy and murky, but we're working our way through it to clear the picture completely. And we're going to go through inviting in rays of light, frequencies of things like hope, freedom, various love frequencies that exist, and asking them to assist and offering them to the earth and the people of earth, and to clean up important systems and places in the world, natural places, wetlands, our waterways, important ecosystems that need a bit of assistance at the moment. And I like to also send some assistance through to all the systems of humanity that exist, because a lot of them could use some help to be restructured, to be cleaned up. And so we go through and I'll try and tune into all the frequencies that we're trying to clear out and diminish. So any frequencies of kind of oppressive power that's just very heavy, and energies of suffering or abuse, those sorts of resonances, we're going to tune into them, and we're going to release them. We're going to dissolve them further so that the higher light can continue expanding and shifting our experience and our reality of Earth life as much as we can. Getting that things probably have to be done piece by piece so they're not too cataclysmic. And we're bringing through some energies of patience as well, and more compassion. The more we can understand what's happening and why, the easier it is to get through the difficult periods, which aren't going to stop, but I think will expand to become, as I said, more understanding of why they're happening and how we can get through them more easily without all the problematic suffering that tends to have been a theme for far too long. Bring in more and more aspects of higher light. Pay attention to my beautiful blue topaz ring here. I embody an awful lot of blue ray in my personal system, so I thought I should get myself a pretty piece of bling to help enhance that quality and bring it through and focus and channel it. Blue ray, of course, embodying love and wisdom. Fairly active at this time. Bringing more of that through. Bringing through and weaving in a heap of the higher light frequencies and the rays of light. I don't really feel like naming them all individually, but if you tune in, you'll be able to feel them. I sometimes work more readily when I'm not trying to interpret it all. I feel like we only have a small piece of time together where your attention enhances my work, so I'm just sort of getting in there and doing the do, creating the necessary shifts and changes on the planet that I can have access to and affect. Feeling a little of something there that needs some attention, so I'm just working in, tuning into it, seeing what it needs and adjusting my field of focus. Bringing the higher light through. Asking that the benefits felt all around the world. Take the time once again to acknowledge each of the people tuning into this video and perhaps sharing it around, commenting. The appreciation I feel for your involvement is massive, can't be understated, because each piece of involvement assists this work to go a little further and do a little more good. And as I always acknowledge, there are many of us around the earth doing very similar work in slightly different ways, because, you know, we need these various different pieces to make the whole work. And of course, along with each of you joining is, you know, the immense teams of guidance that are standing in circle with you at this time. And I'd like to acknowledge all of them for the wonderful work they do in assisting each of us every day, every hour. And those from the communities of light, the Galactic Federation, higher light beings and frequencies. We have our ancestors, we have our angelic guides, we have the elementals, the ascended masters, those who relate to as earth and fairy energies, all assisting us, and off-planet people assisting us too. And many thanks for all that they do to help us. And I do make an effort to call in all of the assistance that's possible at these times, so that these little sessions we do together can pack as big a punch as possible. I'd like this work, though subtle, to also be deep and powerful as it can be. Sometimes subtle gets in deeper and further than blunt force does anyway. Inviting you as usual to partake of the energy coming through yourself as well. You're always included in my thoughts and my intentions. We're here just to assist, to bring whatever benefit we can, and also to, where possible, undo any damage, release trauma information from the earth plane, from our own physical cells. Everything, after all, is just particles of light. These photons retain information, and we talk to them individually, encouraging them to release what has been carried for far too long and no longer really is required here anymore, and is not helpful, to put it simply, I guess. Just tuning into a lot of mental congestion around the planet, seeing if we can ease the load of that. And yeah, I get a sense of why that's there. We can release some of that collective fatigue, the unruly emotional states that have been coming up, the overly active mental body, and seeing if we can just ease the load of that, release much that has risen to the surface in order to be released. And so we also use this time to assist that for each one of you, for as many around the planet as possible. Of course, much of this work goes towards assisting the natural world, allowing all of the ecosystems, the systems of nature, universal law to find a greater sense of balance and harmony on this planet and for each one of us. Holding the ideal in the palm of our hands, in our heart, and allowing that to beam outwards, to ripple outwards, sending the invitation to others who may be in pain at this time, who may be in distress, who may be confused, who may be hurting, and offer them ease, a sense of relief, release, offering whatever assistance is required at this time in whatever way it looks like, ensuring that so much of what we offer is mutable and can be adapted to the end user. That's why we weave in so many different pieces. Strengthening our columns of light, strengthening for the planet herself, her connection through the axes to the greater galaxy and universe, securing her place, becoming more stable, and creating those further connections into the higher dimensions, I guess, of our quality and experience of Earth life. Really much talk about, ascending from 3D through to 4 and 5D at this time and beyond. That probably means different things to different people. But essentially we're looking at raising our experience of our lives to a slightly higher, more expansive level. One where we're leaving the lower registers of pain, suffering, and disease and things like that behind, and rising up into experiences where it's much easier to hold a sense of balance, of lightness, of wonderful good health, of again, sense of balance, of harmony, of benevolence and abundance, so that everyone can live full and meaningful lives with more freedoms, more access to resources. We're leaving behind the registers that operate in scarcity and control, and all of those things that we individually find abhorrent or unhelpful, that we've learned our lessons from, and it's just simply time to leave it behind and move on. Just as, the lessons from kindergarten are left behind as we move into primary, secondary and tertiary education, our level of understanding grows, and the tools that we utilise and the things that we leave behind that were the stepping stones towards our growth are integrated and adapted, and we don't keep relating to the world in the same way. As we grow, we shift and change and evolve. And so we do this at the moment. So I'm led to believe for the first time as an entire planet. And of course, within that, we're each going to be in slightly different places and slightly different rates of growth. We're following different pathways because that's what's needed. We're not becoming a homogenous state. If anything, we're moving further into individual needs and expressions. And that complexity that we can offer to the world, I see as a very, very good and valuable thing. We put the final touches on this work together. We realise and acknowledge we need to bring this time to an end and disentangle our energies from each other. It's time to slowly prepare to move back through the field into your own time and space, back to your own physical body, using your breath to guide you. The last thanks and acknowledgement to everybody. Great acknowledgement and thanks to all assisting energies, beings and frequencies. Much gratitude to each of you. By now you should be back peacefully, respectfully landing in your own body, settling back into your heart space, feeling your breath entering and leaving your body, feeling yourself grounded, present, feeling at ease and at peace, hopefully a little lighter than we came in here. And I will leave you with this. Please feel free to share this. Feel free to view it again. If you go into the Facebook group, which is the Earth Reverence Healing Circle, you will find absolutely every one of these recordings that I've ever done. And you can scroll through if you're feeling low and tune into one, and it will probably have something in there for you that will ease your system, your emotional field. And as I said, feel free to share these. If you require one-on-one assistance from me, all the information to get in contact is in the text attached to this video. Much love to you all. Remember to love yourself and love the planet. And I will see you all again next week if you choose to join me. All right, very much love. See you soon.